We save you an hour of scrolling through reviews that all say the same thing. Here is the straight version on the Oklahoma Joe's Highland Offset Smoker Cover, black. What it actually is, a product built around brand Oklahoma Joe's store, and that single focus is the entire point of it. It is not trying to win every spec comparison, it is trying to nail the one thing you will genuinely use it for. Who it is for? People who care more about design to fit the Oklahoma Joe's Highland Offset Smoker than a long list of features they will never touch once. In real-world use, heavy-duty 300D by 250D polyester turns out to be the part that earns its place. The detail that matters far more than the headline numbers suggest. And the thing most reviews skip entirely is the value holds up when you compare the alternatives, which is the actual reason people who have owned it for a year still recommend it. Now the catch, because you deserve the honest version. The value here shows up over months of use, not in the first 5 minutes, so it rewards patience more than instant gratification. If that describes your situation, keep your money and buy something built for it instead. But if it does not, this holds its value against every alternative I lined it up against. I do one of these no-nonsense breakdowns every single day, so subscribe if that is useful to you. On price, Amazon keeps this one in constant motion, so tap the link below for the current figure and judge the timing for yourself. That is the whole story. No filler, no hype.